beds.
Okay, it's like a jack now. Yeah.
And that flips over to a full bed.
Pretty cool. I'm just videoing everything, so I have
Sure.
a memory. So this is some of the area you talked about here.
Yeah, this was the worst one because the air conditioning unit sits right here. And the one in the back, there's one section that's not quite as bad as this that had the water leak. And like I say, I got the receipts for them. I'll have to find them because I had them resealed. And like I said, that was at the same time I put the new air conditioning unit on it. I think we had it for, a week. And the air conditioning unit went up in the front air. And I had a new one put in. And I said to them, I have a leak in the back, and they took it apart and resealed it.
Gotcha.
It hasn't leaked since. It's just the fact I just didn't have time to.
Must have got on here too a little bit.
Yeah, it got a little bit on it. And that's only, what that is a sticker on there.
Yeah, I know.
A guy told me just go to, if you go.
I know. We had it on in our house too.
Yeah, if you find like a Home Depot and use
relaminate.
the relaminate thing, just
Yeah.
peel it off, and I just never did it. But like I say, it's not perfect.
I like the AC. That it's the quiet.
It's all quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got two separate. There's a thermostat here.
It's got the quiet bay.
Yeah.
It has the ceiling fan too, which
Yeah. The thermostat, there's one up front for here, and there's one in the. Actually, that thermostat controls both rooms because both air conditioners are on different ones. So you can have colder in the back or warmer in the front and the back.
This is a diesel.
Yes, it is a diesel.
Yeah, it is.
It does have a new exhaust on it that I put on it this year.
Sure, some soft spots. I don't feel any.
It is on a Freightliner chassis, which is the better. They have the Freightliner and a Smart is the two chassis they use. Smart is when I was doing a lot of my research when I bought it. They're a good chassis, but if you have issues with finding parts sometimes, well, with Freightliner, any Freightliner that sells buses, basically it's on a bus chassis. If you're going on the highway and the bus, you need the bus,
that's cool.
you can just find them and they can repair it. I did just put the refrigerator in last year. No, it is a regular, it's not a, I took out the one that had, it used to work off propane, 12 volt or 110. They're so small that when it went bad, I took it out and put a regular refrigerator in it. So it's not even a year old.
So 120 volt?
It's 110 volt.
Okay.
So if you're plugged into the campground, you're fine. If you go down the road, we start the generator and it just runs it. And usually you have the air conditioning on anyway. You have to run down the road with it on anyway. So either way, it's pretty much on. The only time we don't use it much in the winter, so we never worried about having a propane to run it. But it does have propane heat. It's a 100-gallon propane tank underneath, 100-gallon fuel tank. I will tell you, it's, when you run low on fuel, keep it topped off because it's $3 or $4 a gallon. It's $300 or $400 to fill it.
Oh yeah.
Because you're talking about 100 gallons if it gets low.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I don't know why people exchange propane bottles when you. It's so cheap to have it filled versus exchange.
It is.
You lose so much money. I think on a regular barbecue.
Yeah, because it's like 17 pounds. I think is all they give you. Plus they charge you more, and then if you have it filled, it's like $8, $9.
Like $8.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah.
And that's what we do with this. Usually, most of your propane stations can fill these. It's filled the same way.
Very cool.
This table does expand. It pulls out. There's a leaf that's inside of here that goes into it, so it can be a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you showing it to us. This gives us a lot to digest and thinking about. I like the fact that it's diesel.
Yeah, to be honest with you, and it gets, I can tell you, even pulled by big trailer, I got 10 miles to the gallon.
That's pretty good.
And that's, most of your guys that we used to run with, they would only get about 5 or 6 miles a gallon in a gas motor.
You just put this up for sale?
I just put it up last weekend, I guess. Was it last weekend?
Wow.
I think.
I mean, all in all, it looks pretty good.
Like I say, I
I mean,
tell people it's
you,
not
you
perfect.
don't expect it to be
Yeah.
perfect.
No.
Right.
at the
It's,
age
you know,
of-
unfortunately, I had 2 young kids that we used to drag race a lot, and you know, we were in and out of it a lot if it was raining or if it was weather-wise. So the carpets were the worst part. Like I say, we talked about we were going to keep it, just put new carpet in it. That's really the worst thing about it.
Yeah.
Like everything else, everything works in
Everything
it.
else looks good.
All the cabinets open up, all the doors underneath. It's got a ton of storage underneath. I actually have, and I'm not taking it out. I stuck a refrigerator in here, so it has an
Oh
outdoor
yeah,
refrigerator.
outdoor fridge. Yeah.
That one's got a fridge in it. This one's just got storage. I keep boxes in.
Okay.
But this goes all the way from one side to the other,
Yeah, I see that. Pass through. Yeah.
and it's all the way through. So it's
Yeah.
tons of storage.
Tons of storage. Wow.
I also had to go with it. I had bought 2 new tires for the rear because they're basically just dry rotted.
Yeah, I see that.
I put fronts on it last year, and I wouldn't new ones for it, and I have them. I just never had a chance to put them on, and they'll go with the camper.
Oh, excellent.
The insides, I had them off. The insides are not dry rotted. Just from the sun hitting the outside, it
Right.
dry rots them.
You being a tire guy, you would know.
And I just ordered them, and I was going to put them on, but we went one time this year, and I'm like, I'm not going to bother.
How's the
putting
awning?
them on. What's that?
How's the awning?
The
Okay.
awning's perfect. There's no rips, no tears. These just pull out and loop down to here.
Okay.
I can show you what they look like. Is that what you get this?
Oh, I see.
I mean, I can see what they look like.
It's got its own little awning, man.
You'll have 2 on the other side. And that, the same materials on that one.
Okay.
They last so much longer when they have the metal around them because it keeps all the dirt and stuff on them in the winter time.
I agree. Okay, well that gives us enough to digest. Okay.